I'm not understanding. Is Vision fucking alive? Because the last time I saw, but pardon my words here, but that nigga was dead.
50 Cent would say, that nigga's dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, this past week, we got some fucking bangers dropped on us, right? Like, you go through your week and you're like, I don't know, it's kind of a dry week. There's no news, and bam, you get hit in the throat with some shit, So that's what we got this past week with Disney's Investor Day event. I don't even like what kind of fucking I guess it's an event where basically they just tell their investors, yeah, we're, the ship's not sinking, I guess. Like, is that like the idea behind it? I don't.
You guys richer. Yeah. It's basically
here's how we're going to keep that money rolling. Here's how we're going to keep this gravy chain going. But nonetheless, however we got this fucking news, we got it nonetheless. But we got trailers, we got announcements, we got all this shit, right? First, we want to talk, and it's a lot of shit. So first, we want to talk about the trailers. Marvel had a few fucking trailers in this, and so we want to jump into that real quick. Okay, so let's start by going through the list of trailers that were shown at this event. By my count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trailers that were shown here, or at least, and some of them not necessarily full blown trailers, so much as just teasers, kind of show you a little bit about some of the story, but then also just shows some behind the scenes things. But we got a full blown trailer for the trailer we're seeing right now, which is Loki, and obviously Tom Hiddleston, one of those two.
Hiddleston, right?
Hiddleston. I think it's Hiddleston. Is returning as Loki, and this picks up pretty much right after the scenes or the events of Endgame, where he finds the Tesseract and uses it to dip out, and we see sort of where he sort of ends up. And I don't know what the fuck is going on here. They say something about what TVT or TVM or whatever the fuck the initials that they mentioned. I assume that's some sort of comic book reference to something that I don't fucking know anything about. But you have him paired up with Owen Wilson. And yeah, I'm still not sure what to think about this. This seems like a kind of a strange sort of pairing, but it's hard to say that he's, anytime you see him as Loki, Tom Hiddleston, he's going to give you something dope, he's going to give you something great.
I'm happy to see him back. I think if anybody else were to pick up this character, it wouldn't have been as much of a sell for me, but to see Tom, and I'm pretty sure, dude, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Tom Middleton.
I
could be. Anyway, I'm happy to see him back in this role as Loki.
Yeah, absolutely. So from that, we also got a trailer for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which fucking just. I'm still not. What do you think? Let me get your thoughts first before I
thought this looks good. Yeah. So they speak about. And I love the fact that they're not ignoring the fact that the Falcon was gifted the shield by Chris Evans' character Captain America, and he's having trouble trying to figure out what to do with it and how to pick up that mantle, because in the comic books both the Falcon and Bucky ultimately don the Captain America uniform and shield, clarifying the fact that Captain America really is the suit and the shield. Whoever dons the suit and the shield kind of becomes Captain America. So Bucky's, the Falcon is trying to figure out what to do with it. Bucky's not quite sure if he is ready to do that, but they still have a job to do. We get new uniforms, we get new suits, we get new tech. We end that trailer with the Falcon's flight scene, which just looks epic. And this looks fun. It looks light, I remember the scene where they're walking down the street and Falcon's just kind of toying with Winter Soldier, what's going on in that tech brain of yours, and he's just fucking with them, and Bucky's just dude, I fucking hate you. So I think we're gonna get some really fun, a really fun relationship between them, and we're gonna get a lot of rich storytelling that's gonna follow the comic books, I hope.
Yeah. Yeah, as I was sort of like looking through the trailer, and we were seeing a little bit of it now, even though it's a little choppy, um, but yeah, like this, it just seemed like, okay, here we go again. We've had a layoff of Marvel content for a while now, right? Like I honestly, what was like the last thing that got put out by Marvel?
TV series?
It was which one?
Or are you talking about TV series or film?
TV series or anything? Just
I think the Defenders was like the last Marvel TV series on Netflix, which was garbage. The last Marvel film that I could recall is Endgame. Have they put out anything after Endgame?
Well, they put out Spider-Man. Oh, okay, Spider-Man. That was the last thing, right?
Yeah. With Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio.
Yeah, with Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. Yeah, so this was kind of like the return to action, so to speak. The return to what we know these characters as. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to seeing if they maybe pick up a little bit with kind of like the espionage shit, right? Like, I want this to really be sort of like them going on missions and fucking just doing some espionage shit. What I don't want this to be is just like some sort of like thing where they just constantly, talk about Captain America, and then we're supposed to just like, oh my God, is Cap coming back? Are we going to see Cap? Like, it's just like, no, like, let's move on from that. Let's get in some dope shit with these, with what we got left,
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm hoping that, that they do that with this show. And hopefully, it'll be good, and it's well written, and all that shit. We got also, we also got a trailer for another trailer for WandaVision. And we already had a kind of a full blown trailer before, but we got another one that kind of actually went into a little more depth into what's going on. This is gonna be a weird fucking show, and I'm into it. This is obviously. We've got basically all the same characters coming back, and in fact, including some characters that we haven't seen for a while, like Kat Dennings' character. I forget what her name is in the movies, but her character is coming back for this, as well as we're getting I think the older version of the kid from Captain Marvel, and I forget exactly what her name was in the series as well, but she's coming back or she's going to be reintroduced for this series. But it seems like they're being held captive on some sort of base, and Wanda has to kind of figure out what the fuck's going on. I'm not understanding, is Vision fucking alive? Because the last time I saw but pardon my words here, but that nigga was dead. Dead in the most.
50 Cent would say that nigga's dead. So like Thanos fucked him up. So like, is this her vision of what life would be like with Vision?
I don't know, because it seems like they're caught on some sort of weird like base or something like that. So it seems like he might actually literally be there, but also I have no fucking clue. This is just going to be, I think, a weird ass show that's going to, and apparently, if I'm to understand it correctly, WandaVision should lead directly into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which would kind of make sense since this is some weird ass shit.
That makes sense. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. The more I see, the first trailer for WandaVision, I wasn't really interested in. This trailer, I have no interest in this show. But unfortunately, I know I'm going to have to watch it in order to understand the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, because they lead right into each other. Yeah. So I hope the show is better than it looks in these trailers, because these two trailers for me has been unimpressive.
Yeah. To say it bluntly, but yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed them. I'm intrigued, to say the least. The other two trailers we got, just to kind of roll through them quickly, is for Miss Marvel, and then What If. What If looked actually a lot doper than what I was thinking it was going to be. I genuinely don't have interest in things that are like that are hypothetical in nature, in terms of like, what if this happened or what if that happened. But this actually, the way that they've done it, looks okay. Looks interesting. Miss Marvel looks pretty cool. Yeah, you've got this new story from a relatively new character in the Marvel universe, and I believe she's Pakistani.
Yep.
Which is dope. And so yeah, I think I'm looking forward to that too. I just hope they don't make it too teeny bopperish, is kind of, I don't want to see it, if you could put this show on the CW, I feel like I could go ahead and pass, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that, but cautiously.